And I know we've seen some, and it's against Raran on Hunter. It's a win-win, guys. Let's dive in. Yeah. Let's go.
The thing is there a class that we haven't seen yet? Like, I know we have seen a lot of Demon Hunter early and a lot of Druid, but I think we have represented most classes already.
We've seen everything. I think we saw, like, obviously Christian on Priest, like, the once. We've seen Hunter a couple of times at most. I think we saw Big Hunter, and then we saw that...
South Sea Captain!
And then we saw the Hunter, which was stacking the stats on the Amalgam.
There's a South Sea Captain!
There is. Loads of stats, that, if you're playing Pirates.
Suppose that's true. Yes, I can also confirm that me and Pocket Train are the same person. That is true.
Also,
equally skilled, equally handsome.
In certain people's opinions.
Wait, you say meaty?
Me and you.
Oh, okay.
We've been confused
deeply
before, haven't we?
For a second. You had to dig deep to find someone that I'd be more offended to be compared to, but... Whew.
So I feel like Raran's going to be cooking up some shenanigans. He's playing the big warrior package with the food fight as well. Makes sense. The only thing is, I've not thought too much about it yet, but how is Hunter killing the food fight? Because warrior has many ways to do it. Whereas I feel like it's a bit, it's a reasonable amount harder with Hunter, unless I'm not thinking of something off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, first off, you can just be ahead because Hunter's got naturally more aggressive tools in it, but it's hard to do that and also have a bunch of 9-drops in your deck, right?
Yes.
So that's going to be tricky. You can see with Patchwork Pals in hand, you can throw a 2-mana Huffer into it, which is kind of okay. A little bit of setup, a few extra steps for sure. Looks less clean than the warrior version of it at this time, for sure.
But you get payoffs like Banjo, so.
Yes, you do.
Which is, I love that card. If anything makes that card good, I'm okay with it. Huffer coming down
just
there.
Having to throw out the Huffer just to take out the South Sea Captain. South Sea Captain, I'm so sorry I mocked you. I was not familiar with your game. You just pushed a bunch of damage and ate a Huffer.
Wow, this patches is pretty good, isn't it? When you look at games like this, it's like, that is a lot of free minions.
Yeah, it sure is. And Raran looking kind of dead.
Yeah. Needs his opponent to meme like he did earlier, right? Just be like, pass.
If I just wait for 6 turns, maybe I'll die to triple bomb. No, unlucky.
We'll sit with Warshak for another game before we wrap the hour up, I think. Check out some more Demon Hunter.
Hold on, Raran is playing first game on Hunter after an AFK win streak. You mean a win streak with the card AFK? Is that what you're saying? I wish we saw that if that was the case. Yeah.
Jeez, chat, let us know these things.
Honestly, you're not doing a good enough job scouting for us. All right, what we cooking, Raven?
Well, we could say with Warshak if you want. Do more Demon Hunter?
Sure, why not?
I do need to... Oh, mirror against pizza. Okay, before this starts, I need to do a quick leave and restart. I apologize, everyone. But this will be as quick as I can be. Pizza will be down here. There we go. So we've got Demon Hunter Mirror. I'm not sure if they're going to be playing the same archetypes, although I imagine they're at least going to be similar. Look at that sock puppet Slither Spear Saw. Just look at it. Has that got a signature? Because it should.
I don't think so. But it has been quite the terror in Shopper DH for a little bit now. Ooh, they call him Quick Pizza. No, it doesn't work.
I am not with you. Wherever you're going with this, I am not there. I'm just letting you know right now.
Of course, you may know pizza as a excellent NA hours late night streamer. I know him myself as the only person in human history to be able to have a positive win rate with Plague DK. Don't know how he did it, but he kept doing it.
But it happened.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the other one, right? I think like DK and this style of Demon Hunter feels like the decks that are going to keep the game in check, right? And not let these greedy decks get away with things.
Yeah. I think like the aggro Wind Fury Shaman does look really,
Oh,
really
true.
fast
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
true.
If left unchecked. So this is the thing we have, and I've talked about this a lot recently. We have got a bit of a vacuum in like straight up aggro decks, like play a minion on one, play a minion on two, play a
Yeah,
minion on three, go face with them all. Aggro, right? Like right now, aggressive decks are things like buff paladin, right? Which quite often skips turn one, plays a 1/2 on turn two, and then coins a weapon on turn three. That's a really slow start. So it means that if you're like a greedy deck, like a ramp druid, for example, you have a lot of breathing room to do your greedy things. Whereas a deck that does this to you on turn three
that's
and
a
puts you
lot.
to 14 with this board in play, that's a lot harder to just AFK and ramp against. So I'm actually really, really pleased to see the amount of just straight up aggro that's coming out in this event so far.
Now, will Pizza be able to fight back now? Does that have Eye Beam in the quick pick?
Yeah, Eye Beam's a great pickup for sure.
And I think we've not seen it, but I think you touched on it earlier when I was fighting with the hat. Is like the Paraglider is a really good tool for this type of deck as well, right? Because like, who cares?
100%.
Even worst case, who cares if your opponent draws? Like,
Yeah, certainly if you just like push 20 in the first
Yeah.
4 turns and you're fishing for
enjoy.
lethal, right? Then yeah, big deal. Very bad timing on the ticking ZILLIAX draw. Draw the one less for each minion in play ZILLIAX the turn after you get your board cleared. Unfortunate. Down to 7 in hand for Pizza, so this is fine for now, but it is going to have some hand space issues with the quick pick as well.
Look how quickly the board turns with this patch is. It's so strong.
Yeah.
And how many cards are in deck here? Only 12. It's turn 5. Okay. His Sigil Runner's doing work as well, right? That's 3 for Pizza so far. Just missing the ZILLIAX.
Hot coals as well. 2 damage to all enemies, and if your hero took damage, it deals 1 more. Seems pretty good in the decks. It's not symmetrical, right? It does actually seem like a strong enough card to find its way in. What does Outcast mean? It's a special effect if you play it from the extreme left-hand side or right-hand side of your hand. So if it's on the very edge of your hand on either side, then it does the bonus text of whatever it says next to Outcast.
And that's been a key mechanic basically since Demon Hunters existed. So like basically hand management was a mechanic that was introduced with Demon Hunter.
This location summons 2/1/1 charge pirates and is refreshed whenever the hero attacks. So a little bit harder to get multiple procs out of than the DK one, for example. You can make some magic happen with like going down swinging or something, I guess. But
it's going to be enough here though. I'm guessing
holds and reopens for the next turn.
Yeah, waiting for the ZILLIAX, right, to go next turn, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, wants to get the ZILLIAX with the charge pirates.
There's
for
also
an
Burning
OTK.
Heart.
Yes. I do wonder how much was it on the previous turn though, because you could have played these 2 pirates, played the ZILLIAX before they attacked. So that'd be 2 extra. They'd be at 11. You have 3 Felon Flames for 1. So they're at 10, and then yeah, it's only 4 more from the next 2 pirates. So they're still at 6. Yeah. So you had to wait 1 turn. Oh, disaster. Disaster for Warshak fans. Not only the healing, but also the removal of 1 extra minion just chokes so much extra mana
Yeah.
for Warshak now as well.
Yeah, it's always a little bit surprising how quickly the ZILLIAX goes up and down in cost, even when it looks like there's still a lot of stuff going on. Okay.
So it has the Rough House as well, has the Zilly, so this is going to be 3,
That's
6.
2 burning.
2 burning that he can shoot
And
his own
3
ZILLIAX with. Yeah, it looks like
this
lethal to me.
this is just damage, as far as I can tell, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
hit on the
for 1 on
ZILLIAX,
each.
yeah, makes
Fine
sense.
as well.
Yeah.
Finale, the Felon Flames, got the board
Finale.
space for the summon.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. Be more than okay here.
Oh, look at these bananas flying. It is lethal. It was lethal.
Yeah, really cool there to see. I am gonna disappear. Well, not disappear that much. I've still got to sit here and work. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have Lorinda join you. I'll leave this one for another Warshak game. Versus Pizza, another mirror match. While I disappear, but Lorinda is gonna be replacing me. So enjoy, guys.
Hello.
Hello, Lorinda. As you arrive, I see someone asking in chat, "What if Lorinda's funnier and smarter than all the chatters? Will he get the mega bundle?" And
Yes.
there doesn't seem much risk of that, to be honest.
I mean, I'm here to set the bar so the chat feel good, right?
That's right. Yeah. They call
You
him
have to be at least
Lorinda.
as funny and intelligent as me, which gives an automatic 10% of chat is deleted, so that's fine.
Neil Lorinda Lowbar Bond. That's what they call him. I'm
That's
calling him
what
that for
they
years.
call me.
So, obligatory rotation question, Lorinda. What have you been liking so far? Have you got anything in mind? Anything that you're thinking is going to be your day 1 queue so far?
I mean, I'm going to be playing something aggressive on day 1. I liked the Death Knight location immediately when I saw it, so I will be playing that, tedious though that is for people to have to face on day 1, because I'm not inventive like that. But seriously, I think that the Druid package looks good in both Druid and in Warrior, which is going to be quite interesting to see which of those 2 things end up being the main one. But Warrior with ramp and things it can do with 15, 16, 17 mana and mega card draw and healing for 15. I don't know, it looks quite good to me. I think the Warriors... we look at this aggro, but I think the control players might be happy too.
Yeah, Warriors just peeling out 6/9 4/20s from everywhere is looking kind of disgusting, and especially since if you look at the makeup of the aggro decks, right? Like Demon Hunter needs to be able to swing at your face. Shaman needs to be able to swing at your face. Then you've got like Paladin and Mage that can do spell damage over the top sometimes as well, right? But if your entire deck is about, cheating out big minions with Taunt, then suddenly these aggro decks, as soon as they run into their first 6/9, are going to have a bit of a bad time.
Yeah, especially if you just remove everything along the way. Like Druid kind of does the same thing even now, where it ramps, it'll throw in a swipe and kill a thing, and keep itself going, and then ramp, and then it's into its big stuff. But if Warrior just goes bash, whatever other removal spells, they're all called bash, they're all bash. They all do 3 damage for 3.
Yeah, bash, smash, crash, all those cards.
They do that, and then they just go, oh, I'm going to ramp a little bit and gain 15, and here's some 6/9s and some 4/20s, off you go. Like, that's going to be hard to beat. I'm sure it will be beatable. I'm sure there'll be strategies that go, well, I'm going wide, and you can't bash and crash and smash all these. But I think control players will be happy, even though we are seeing a lot of aggro today.
So we are seeing Hosen Roughhouser just being used for tempo in this game. This is just a repeat of the last game we watched with the same players. We saw Roughhouser being used as like the OTK finisher. Call it an OTK. OTK is such a misused word this day. He killed him from like 14 or something. Yeah, OTK. But it was used as the finisher, right, with the ZILLIAX and the location, charge minions, repeating, that kind of thing. Whereas this time, just straight on the board for tempo, which I think is generally the mark of a good card, right? If you are watching a combo deck happen, and 3 or 4 of the cards just sit in hand the entire time, that's probably not a long-term sustainable combo deck. Good combo decks tend to have cards which can also be used as tempo pieces, which Roughhouser was doing there with the Roughhouser. So, looking good.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, even incredibly bad rogue can remove things as it goes at the moment.
Incredibly bad rogue. Is that what we're calling it? Okay.
I don't know. It's a PG show, right? So yeah.
Yeah. No, I had thought about it, but then I didn't have a pitch. So yeah, incredibly bad rogue just popped me.
I also don't think we've seen a single sandcastle played on stream. I did miss like 5 minutes when I went to get a snack.
No, I think you're right.
That's a card I feel that we are going to see played. But where's that card's home other than in a buff paladin deck? Is it slower as a control card, or are we going to use it to hit people in the head with?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have told this story earlier, but I have been playing a little bit of Dual Cast Arena, and I drafted a paladin that was some cards and a sandcastle. And it went 6 or 7. It wasn't a nuts deck or anything, but literally every time I played sandcastle, it felt like I won the game immediately. Like immediately, my opponent just had no response and died, or it was instantly lethal. And obviously that's Arena, right? That's the format where a single card can just be nuts and just defeat the entire format. Absolutely, but it certainly left a very distinct impression on me as a strong card.
So your build around, you have to build one paladin deck with it in. Are you going fast or slow? Is my question.
Fast. So I think it just goes in hand buff paladin, which is probably one of the reasons why we're not seeing it, because who wants to just jam hand buff paladin during this deck, right? They've probably got better things to do. But if you hand buff paladin on those games where it goes like past turn 1, weapon fetch on turn 2, coin weapon, it then quite often, and you've seen this because it happens to you a lot on stream, doesn't really have massive, powerful, broken minions to play straight away on turns 4 and 5. Because their best minions are reactive tools. It's the Tigers, right? Like, the Tigers are the best tools, and those are reactive to pressure coming back the other way. So if it's like some kind of anti-control thing that they're looking for, they don't really have massive drops to play on 4 and 5. Whereas Sandcastle is just disgusting. It's just so many stats in play if you can just drop it on curve on 4 with coin or with 5 or however else you're going to do it, that I think it just slots into that deck super naturally and fits the curve really well. And still to this day, hand buff paladin is playing about 5 bad cards that no one likes that get like rotated in and out, so there's room for it in the deck as well.
Yeah, it's big enough as well that you just play it on curve like you've suggested there, and your other cards are getting bigger while your weapon's swinging because it's doing the work while you wait as well. It's just like, I'm large. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
But even if your curve is like Forge Muscle Man on 2, play Muscle Man on 3, like that's one of the bad draws, right? That's a whiff draw. And then coin 5. You coin Sandcastle. Suddenly your bad draws actually become quite good, right? Because you have a double buffed Sandcastle that you're then coining out on turn 4. So I think it goes right in there.
I'm looking forward to seeing it being played. I'm sure I will regret saying that in 6 weeks' time. But I want to see how people play it. Other than it being incredibly powerful and easy to play because it's powerful, like, do you keep it in location form? Do you keep it in minion form? You kind of want to hide it away as a location a lot of the time, that sort of thing. That'll be interesting to see.
Sorry, I just spied. Happy we have a top 100 legend caster finally with us.
Thanks, whoever that is, for my chat. Appreciate you. Wait.
Go on.
That's all right.
Yeah, go on. Prove your top 100 legendness. Go on. Say the thing that you're about to say.
All of your mana.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, back when I wasn't top 100 legend, back in the day, I'd have not noticed that. So, yeah, that's what it takes to be top 100 these days. You have to know how Finale works.
Lethal! Yeah, thank you, Raven.
Oh, make him stop. Also, Warshak has had nothing going on all game and no cards in hand, and somehow he's in front.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that when your opponent is dead, you don't actually need that many cards.
Yeah. Interesting that.
Is there any defensive measures able to be made here, or is there? Is there a sneaky lethal? There could even be a sneaky tie, because acupuncture is in hand here for Pizza as well.
That's going to cause a lot of ties. It's going to cause so many ties.
Tice doesn't usually play like outright aggro, though, you know? Haven't you missed me?
We've been doing this job for so many years. We're still making the same 3 jokes every day.
I'm not the one who says worst case scenario 7 times a day, alright?
Hey, I haven't said that at all yet today. And I might not now, just to spite everybody.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, Warshak got there in the end, having had no cards in hand. He did draw a large number of pirates in 1 card, oddly enough, which helps every time when they're buffed.
Yeah. Certainly a kind of deck that might need some sort of defensive tools, even if it's... So I was going to say Shopper then, but Shopper's an interesting debate to be had because actually
Yeah.
there's a few demons that have now been added to the pool as well, which kind of mess up the consistency of Shopper in general. But yeah, that deck does seem very, very, very all in, which is fine. You know, sometimes that is the right way to just build outright aggro. And like I said, I think it was with Raven just before you got here, there has been a bit of a vacuum of just outright aggro in the game, I think, for the past couple of expansions. So.
Yeah, I don't know how bad Shopper will be. It's definitely, almost certainly taken a nerf, but 1 mana extra patches, that sort of things will still exist. 1 mana 3 mana 6/5 patches will be fun as well. I don't know. It's not fun.
I missed Raven's lovely voice in my ear. Did you say Theo Raven? Yeah, okay. Lovely, thank you. We're going to be jumping into Theo versus Donkey.
Donkey's been jamming Paladin all day, but apparently he's now playing Priest. So
HS Guru's own Donkey. You know, he's decided to rebrand. No longer Donkey of Donkey. He's Donkey of HS Guru.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their site's going very well. Lots of information. Entirely unofficial. What can we get sued for these days? Everything, right?
Oh, pretty much everything. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Excellent.
Lorinda also has the shirt. Yeah, we wanted to full coordinate, but unfortunately, iDevice's gift box, kindly provided by Blizzard, #ad, did not arrive in time for the full coordination. So, unlucky.
The shirt is incredibly comfortable, by the way.
That's really nice.
I did agree with your comments on that. Has Theo just gone full priest? Is somebody not playing tourism?
Yeah, just outright control priest. Yeah, why not? It's Theo, right? I mean, this is what you'd expect.
It is.
This is what Theo does all day, every damn day.
This was an interesting debate with you, actually. Gosh, I thought it was with somebody interesting. But the Sooth Fancy, who gets 2 fortunes that copies the top card of your deck. I think that's really powerful, but you made the point that 3 of a kind of something in your deck, in your control deck, is often just not what you want.
Yeah, yes, as a general rule, and that is a very arena rule, right? Of like, you would rather have variation in your hand than similarity, and I think in Constructed that's less so because you have nothing but good cards. So 3 of a good card should be good in general. But yes, generally, I think control decks in particular that are trying to be they're trying to react to different situations, right? That's what a control deck does. They want to look at a situation and have the right card to answer that situation. So I think generally you want a range of different cards more so than just 3 similar ones.
I also hadn't processed this, that it's always a copy of the top card of your deck.
Yes, yeah, it does change. It does make it significantly better than them. Like in this case, 3 glowworms would have been great, but I think it makes it better that they do constantly update.
Yes.
Because it also gives you a little bit of forward planning buff as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get a little bit of an additional information that you can build around, which is very powerful.
Yeah, I mean, it's what the card says. I just hadn't clicked. That's what it was going to do, which again, yeah. Nice.
Oh, no one actually reads cards until like day 6 of the expansion. I wouldn't worry about it. Like,
I went
have you
really
watched any
carefully
card review ever?
Yeah. I went really carefully through it. Went to watch, I think, Tic Tac's stream, and after he'd done 4 cards, didn't understand 2 of them, having just gone through all of them really carefully. I'd got them just completely wrong. But then people will know the most ridiculous things, like you can give Divine Shield to your opponent's face. They'll have noticed that, but they won't notice that something far more
Yeah, I think
straightforward
there
is...
is something very jarring specifically about that card saying give a character Divine Shield that you can't help but notice it.
Yeah.
Like it really is just very wrong to pass that card when you read it. So it just stands out to you really easily.
Oh, we're just gaining so much. Just sat there nice on top of the deck. Is yours doing that as well? Yeah. Just chilling on top of the deck.
Yeah, it's come back now. We're fine.
Okay. This is a lot of card advantage, oddly enough, for a Theo deck.
Yeah, who would have thought, right?
And next turn there's Sasquatch, but they won't... Oh, they are forged, aren't they? So yeah, you get... Nope. It's fine. I'm good. Repeat's a weird word.
It is, yeah. It's a flavor choice that does not mean replay and activate battle cry, which you would be forgiven for thinking it does, but it's just a flavor word because they're parrots, and that's what parrots do.
Yes. No, I get it. It's just, yeah, I wondered if there was actually a slightly subtly different meaning, but there's not.
I don't think there is.
And we're not going to find out. Unless Theo knows and wants to gain 12 health, of course. And we're all wrong. Actually, that's not enough.
Yeah,
we're not going to
Theo
find
will know. And Theo's gone.
Yeah, just getting hit with stuff.
I love how quickly Theo just knew there was no out there as well. Just absolutely passed the turn back, which, yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, Amanthol random 6-drop. Is there no random 6-drop in all of Hearthstone? I guess not. All right. So, not a good showing. Not a good showing for Control Priest, which is what we all like to see. No one wants Control Priest to have a good showing at any point.
We can have another quick look as well. Oh, no. Yeah, I've only just processed as well that Pip makes your acupunctures come back as well, or doubles them or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of one-mana value. Like, people have focused, and I think rightly so, on Sonya synergy with the amount of stuff that either is one mana or you can make one mana very easily. But I did just give a cursory glance to Pip, because, you know, the Naga Priest style decks have been some of my favorite stuff over the last few expansions. So anything that is making Pip stronger for like a Zarimi Priest or a Naga Priest style deck is definitely of interest to me. So I will wait with excitement to see if that is a thing that materializes.
Yeah, Rekvam's entire card review is how good is this card with Sonya?
Yeah.
So if you shadow step this, it becomes Sonyable, and therefore it's really good. Yeah, let's play this card with Sonya.
Yeah, so any card that costs 3, then you can step it and it works with Sonya. Any card that costs 4, you can pirate it, and then it costs 1 so that you can use it with Sonya. Certainly Sonya is a very powerful card that is warping a lot of situations right now. So we are jumping in with Revolts. Not someone that I am overly familiar with, but we'll see what they are cooking up here. Oh, we got some Witty Bill on the other side as well. WTY Bill was playing the Aggro Shaman that I was quite impressed with last time that we jumped in, so clearly switching things up a little bit. I do wonder with the you know, the content meta being the deck roulette these days, where how many of the streamers and such in this will have built 6 or 7 decks, 8 decks maybe in advance, and are actually just cycling through them as opposed to just, you know, queuing 5 or 6 games in a row with one deck, which tended to be the thing that people did more often in previous events.
On your comfort level, how much time you've had to prepare and all that stuff. I know I did one of these before we started casting them, and it's exhausting.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I prepared for it.
Yeah,
like 2 or 3
you
days.
tried to play like Hero Power Druid, didn't you?
Yep. And I was shattered after, I don't know, I think I've got through 3 of my decks in sort of 5 or 6 hours before I started copying other decks that are out there because it was difficult. And it's... pressure isn't the right word because it's a fun, casual event. But
Yeah.
it is exhausting spending 3 days solid thinking about all of the new cards, all the stuff you can do, and putting it into practice, and then playing the game against all of the new cards.
Sure.
We've definitely got it easy sitting here just yapping about the cards.
Yeah. What's the tourist mechanic? Yeah, buckle in. It's a tricky one to explain. So basically, you have a one-of legendary that you can play in each class's deck that says the word tourist on it with a different class. So like shaman tourist, paladin tourist, or whatever. That means that you can then add that class's cards from this expansion, from Perils in Paradise specifically, to your deck. So if you have a shaman tourist, you can add shaman cards to your warrior deck, for example. That's not an actual iteration that happens. Very hard to explain verbally, kind of hard to explain in text as well. But when you get a vibe for it, it makes sense.
Keeping Under the Sea, gotta love it. Again, something you might not
No.
do on ladder.
Frostbite Falls, you cannot chain tourists. No. You cannot put the tourist from the tourism class into your deck. Yes, it's a deck building mechanic, exactly. Think of it as dual class with some extra steps and some restrictions.
Deck looks really familiar. I can't quite put my finger on it. Rising Waves
Is it the
fantastic in
keyboard
this
in
deck.
hand? Is that the familiar part to you?
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Oh no, Rising Waves is fantastic in this deck. Like if you play Malfunction and Rising Waves, you've got so much removal early on to get to your real cards.
Yeah, this Rising Waves again in the dual class arena that's going on at the moment. Which again, I've mentioned it a couple of times, but just to mention it specifically, if anyone is looking at this stuff and thinking, "Whoa, like that mage card looks really sick. I really wish I had a chance to play with it right this second." You can, because these cards are available to draft in Arena right this second. So if you're like me and you don't actually play a lot of Arena, you probably have a bunch of leftover Arena tickets that have just built up from tavern passes and stuff over time. So just go dump a few free Arena tickets into Arena, play with some new cards. It's a good time.
I can't wait for these
What was
returns. They're making me so happy. Sorry.
what was the point I was about to make? Yes, Rising Waves in Arena is brutal because the second step almost always activates. Because Arena is like so much like, I have I have a 4/4 and a 6/6, and you have a 3/4 and a 4/5. Like the kind of small token stuff kind of runs out very, very early. So by the time you get to mid game, Rising Waves is just 3 mana 4 AoE, which is so powerful.
These next 3 turns, clear your board, clear your board, clear your board, make a load of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm a fan of clearing boards and making a load of stuff.
Okay, good.
Makes me happy.
A breakdance?
That Tsunami
Breakdance
art
your
is
3/3 and make a 3/3.
Raven, show
It's
us
really nice, isn't it? Yeah. The regular golden animated one is actually quite nice as well, but that is some monster art on the Tsunami. Yeah.
And you and I aren't the most art judging players out there. If we both notice we like it, it's probably pretty good.
No, not very art judging, but one of us is at least quite English speaking, so that's nice.
I try my best.
Hashtag sponsored by Arena. Yes, thank you. Thank you for covering my bases.
Another clear.
Out the clear, make a minion, but now Under the Sea is going to draw a spell, summon a minion for that spell, and then also make a 6/6 off the keyboard as well. It's also a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and summon 8/8 because the spell will be Yogg in a box, which we know is the best card in Hearthstone.
Order? Why chat ordering? I wasn't watching. What happened?
No.
It's alright, chat will tell me.
Something I hadn't quite worked out, like looking through the cards before we saw them, is just how Demon Hunter just keeps coming at you. I thought it maybe it'd burn itself out of stuff after a couple of cards, but it's just very repeaty. It keeps getting more stuff. I don't know what the word is. I don't know any words anymore. You're the one who speaks English around here.
Broke the weapon before attacking with Sock Puppet. Okay, I see. It is waves, though, isn't it? For sure. Where the good thing about this deck is that the waves do damage, right? I think if the pattern of this was like generate a bunch of 1/1s and 2/2s, they get cleared because that's not that hard to clear. Generate some more 1/1s and 2/2s, they get cleared because that's not that hard to clear. And then probably by the third time you're making a big wave, they probably just played some big minions on the other side, and you're having to fight for board. But because they all just push when you make them, right? Everything just directly attacks. Like, it's so much pressure so quickly that your opponent is forced on the defensive so often.
And they're often going to be frozen as well, so they haven't got a weapon charge that they can use or anything. Other drinks frost, they are disgusting.
Goodness.
Actually disgusting.
Of all of the 3-drops in the card game, Hearthstone's Hero of Warcraft, we get Stuffy.
Stuffy's great.
It is great.
Wojciech finally just running out of stuff. Just about. Just in time to get face frozen by tsunamis.
Yeah, that is ticking ZILLIAX in hand, right, as well. So not anything that's going to be particularly impactful. And yeah, that is a card that kind of ends Demon Hunter's life a lot of the time because, oh my goodness, you never get to attack ever again.
And this is just lethal with the chalice. Or the rune, or anything.
Yep, play your cards, opponent explodes.
The other tsunami, yeah.
Yeah, if you want a reference point for Tsunami as a card, obviously it comes down much, much later, but look at how many matchups Quartzite Crusher just solos on its own in Hearthstone right now, right? Like, if you're coming up against an Odin Warrior, good luck, they're not doing anything. If you come up against a Demon Hunter, good luck, they're not really doing anything. They're not, they can't swing with their weapon to get the discount. They can't push lethal damage at the end with Burning Hearts or whatever else they've got. Like, freezing the opponent's face is so specifically good in a few niche but occurring matchups that I would imagine Tsunami might just be probably at best a one-off finisher in some decks, right? In that kind of that spot with like 29th card that goes alongside your one-of legendary or whatever in various decks. We'll see. It's a lot of stuff for 8 mana. It's a lot of utility for 8 mana.
We have a look at weak Q now. Kind of not player of the year last year, but definitely new player of the year last year if such an award existed. We knew nothing about them going into the year, and just endless rank 1s and Masters Tours appearances. On the Warrior. With double Dirty Rat in hand. I have thoughts.
Here to ruin some people's fun.
Yeah, but unfortunately for weak Q, Raron is playing like lots of expensive dragon things, so...
Yeah, but the good news is even if you rat the massive minions out, Raron actually just won't attack with them. And we'll just wait for like 4 extra turns until the combo happens. Yeah.
Oh, how much mana are we going to have?
We're ratting an Inventor Boom Hydration Station. Yeah, I mean, sure. Let's see, why not?
But we could fizzle and get more rats.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, fizzle. I'm aware I did say rat as soon as you said that.
No, but we can get more rats from the fizzle.
We can, yeah.
We do only have 11 mana at the moment. We want to wait till we've got like 16 to really pop off. Oh my goodness.
No. This is not going well. This is continuing to not go well.
I'm amused. I am suitably amused. Thank you, Hearthstone.
I don't think anything that happened that turn was particularly in Wiki's plans.
I mean, Hopefully not.
Uh,
But we don't know what's in the boom, to be fair. Maybe this was a 2-turn clear setup.
ZILLIAXes, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think it might have been deliberate.
Yeah, you might be right, actually. Yeah, you make a very, very good point, having skipped the phase of the game where the ZILLIAXes came down.
Yeah. Just now what you going to do, Hunter? I just ratted all your things. And that explains why he wanted to try and fit in the fizzle, right? Because he wanted to be able to do that again later, yeah.
Okay, I take it all back. Everything went absolutely perfectly for Wiki that turn, and
Yeah.
he is, in fact, an absolute genius and a scholar.
I'm glad we got to see that, actually, because he is a player who's been doing incredibly well that, doesn't stream, at least on the English platforms, so we don't get to see him that often outside of Masters Tours. So even though that was just a little glimpse, I'm glad we got to see sort of a kind of a clever play, even in the theory crafting things.
Yep, extremely good player. Played an absolute legendary game of Hearthstone during the World Championships as well. Perhaps not for the reasons that you might be thinking of, but did also play some incredibly skillful Hearthstone as well. And is looking like a possible one to watch for this year's competitive scene as well. So, yeah, happy to see him here. Tic Tac achieved I could do this all day. What? Play Control Priest?
Oh, why is that so funny? Oh, because it's true. Yeah. He's a bit of a druid person these days, though, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. He likes Control Priest, but then he also likes degenerate combo decks. Those are the two things Tic Tac likes. And generally, you fall on one side of that coin or the other, right?
Yes.
There's very few people that like both.
Yeah, in general, the people who have a second choice, if they really like degenerate combo decks, will probably just try and hit you in the head in 3 turns, some other way.
Yeah.
I like generalizing, it really helps everything. How much Dorian have we seen? I said with Edelweiss earlier when we saw the first one that I wouldn't be surprised if we saw lots of them, partly to work alongside tourists, but I feel like we've seen a bit.
I don't think we've seen a Dorian do anything. We've seen some be in people's decks. I think we've seen one in hand and one got like ratted out or tutored out or something, or recruited, or some way of which a minion appears on the board. But I don't think we've seen a Dorian do anything particularly impactful. However, speaking of impactful, something that might have a serious impact on someone's enjoyment of the new expansion, Perils in Paradise, is that Rico 7 has won a mega bundle. That is RICOJ and then the number 7. Please message Ridiculous Hat if that is your username and not if you're anyone else. He might just pop up in chat in a minute so you can just click on him. Congratulations, you have won a mega bundle.
Well done, Rykodge 7.
Rykodge. Yeah, I didn't really know what to go with. We've had some vaguely unpronounceable names coming out for the winners.
Yeah, I was laughing when the second one came out, which I'm not going to try and say because it's a very silly name. Well done. So something I have thought about with Dorian since we've seen the meta unfold over the last 3 hours, which is obviously going to be the meta for the next 100 years because it's not going to change at all when people get access to the set and start really going for it. Is a 2/6 on turn 4 no longer looks invincible.
No.
There's a lot of stuff on the board by the end of turn 3.
Yeah, and again, it goes to the point. I know people have brought this up recently as a complaint about Dorian, is that you're sat there with your I think kill command was the example I saw given. Like, oh, I've got a kill command in my hand, which is the best possible removal I can have. My opponent plays a 2/6, I can't kill it. That feels bad, right? But that goes to speak to what I was talking about before of like there just aren't really decks that just play a 1-drop and then summon some minions on 2 and then play a 3-drop that buffs their entire board. Like. You can't play a 2/6 into that. You just can't. You die if you play a 2/6 into that. So I do think it's a healthy push in the right direction. Just have a lot of early minion-based decks coming out. I'm quite excited for it.
Yeah, I remember when Paladin was revealed back in April for this expansion. Yeah, there was a lot of comments from yourself and Banterface were two people who said it a lot. Oh, Paladin won't die now, but I don't think anyone realised how quickly Paladin might kill you now with a 7/6 cat or something. And that is a function of what you've been talking about. Like, Paladin doesn't like just facing 3/3/3s on turn 3. It
No.
doesn't enjoy that much because the cat can
No.
only bump into one and the rest just hit you in their head.
You can, though, get some sandcastle action, and that'll clear up a few 3/3s.
You can, yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
that goes back to.
Sorry, just to completely pivot on a total tangent here, but nothing makes me happier than just looking over at chat and just seeing everyone being so active. Like this is what you want to see from a chat room. Look at that. It's
You know
beautiful.
what I want to see?
It's
They are
perfect.
active. They are so
Yeah.
active. You're just diverting from the fact that a warrior played ham on 6 and you told me it would never happen.
I did actually say that. You're right.
It is 7 there, but yeah.
I didn't also offer the caveat of not including THEORYCRAFT, which I should have done, but I didn't say that, so I have to concede the moral victory.
Going ham right here on theory crafting.
Ham is not a good card, chat. Don't get baited, okay?
You know when it's a good card? In the mirror when neither of you can kill each other. Which is a lie, because you can kill each other massively with 6/9s and 4/20s, but you know.
Yeah, I don't think the mirror's going to fatigue, is it?
I don't think so.
I feel like someone dies. So we're not going to hang around and watch WeQ forever, but based on context of what we watched in the first game and then actually watching it happen this game, he has cheated ZILLIAX into play for 5 mana both games. So it'd be interesting to see if the deck hangs with some of these starts when it doesn't do exactly that. Because not only do you then just get a full Reno and a board clear on turn 5 from your ZILLIAX, it's then in the pool for Hydration Station and Inventor Boom, and you just get to resummon it over and over again every turn for the rest of the game, right? Which, yeah, you're not beating that. What happens when you don't specifically get a 5 mana ZILLIAX into play? I would be interested to see.
How can I interest you in a turn 5 Sleep Under the Stars?
If I knew what that card was, then I might be able to answer.
7 mana
you.
do everything. Yeah, it's Declan.
Oh, it's Thrice. Okay, I see. Declan Thrice. I got you.
He's doing the thing again. Look at all these dirty rats. This is just his deck. It's just literally the deck is just dirty rats and poison your things.
Yeah, it's just play on ZILLIAX every turn, and then Dirty Rat, so that your opponent doesn't run out of minions for you to rush poison into.
It's ridiculous. I love it.
Do you?
No.
I was gonna
Least
say.
Lorinda deck ever.
Yeah. You're just kind of saying words. I don't think you love it at all.
And then you don't play any other taunt minions apart from massive ZILLIAXes, and then you get them all back again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good part of Hydration Station, right? Is that it is just specifically the 3 highest cost.
Yes.
So you're getting 2 ZILLIAX back, no matter what. You just have to not play 3 10-drop taunts in your deck, which seems quite easy.
Yeah, you just don't click the button that says 10-drop taunt and you're fine. It's all okay. Yeah. Just don't accidentally be tempted. Oh my goodness, what is happening?
And I do like that as a design choice. Like, those words might yet grow to look very stupid if we are just, facing 300 ZILLIAXes every game, but Taunt Warrior, for example, like there's Taunt Warrior has always been a thing that's like hovered around. There's always been taunt support for Warrior. But if you just printed the card Hydration Station, it was just revive 3 taunt minions that have died this game. Well, then suddenly like Frightened Flunky becomes a card that you don't want to play anymore, right? Because it's a small taunt. But obviously you want that card to be in your deck because it has natural synergy with everything else that you're doing. So making it specifically 3 good ones, the card just says summon 3 good things that you put in your deck. I think it's a good choice, even if it does end up looking very disgusting in situations like this.
Yeah, I'd rather judge choices based on whether it makes sense at the time of design than what happens a few months later, because what happens later is always going to be something gets broken because something will be the best card. So it's kind of it's a thing the devs can't win, right? Something will be the best broken card. You just don't know what it's going to be yet.
Oh yeah, of course. It also means that you can have a good laugh at ZILLIAX buffed to 9, right? Because now it always comes back from hydration station.
Yeah, good point. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can actually play the most expensive. Oh. Is there one where you can play the ZILLIAX that's a load of mana, but you reduce it for minions in play? Just play loads of minions and then get it back 1,000 times because it's the most expensive thing that does something really quickly. Just beat them up.
It does kind of sound like what we're doing.
No, but I want to be hitting them in the head really quickly as well, not just ramping into it.
Oh, you want to play like a very expensive form of ticking ZILLIAX and then have 9 minions in play all the time.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Right,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Because I'm stupid like that, and that's my deck prowess on show once again.
Your pronunciation prowess on show on stream as well.
Thank you. It is 33 health, plays 40, by the way, on turn 11 mana for warrior.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a bit of all turn 8, turn 9, turn 10 deleted in chat for the first few games because we were just watching Death Knight. But yeah, the Warriors have come out to play since then, and we are very much into the territory of turn 20 at this point.
Looks like a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously, Shamans with Wind Fury are going to be scary with the tourism package.
Oh, that Zola draw is so disgusting. Weak was actually kind of out of stuff. He had a boom, which kind of goes 1-for-1 with this board, and then he had a hydration station, which maybe if Taki could make one more big board, those 1-for-1'd each other as well. But that's just a Zola.
I mean, he is kind of out of stuff because he is down to only 5 cards in deck.
And yeah, so if those 5 cards each res on average 2 ZILLIAXs, then
Taki
it'll
just
be
doesn't want to
fine.
play against it. He's like, I'm just going to concede. You haven't got a combo. We've seen your combo. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to play a different game of Hearthstone now.
Yeah. So I think about this every time, right? Where someone does the thing where they pass back immediately and it looks weird. So I then explain why that's happened. But then I sort of stop and think, should I explain? Because at some point, someone is going to rage quit a game. It's only natural. It's going to happen at some point. And then by me explaining it, I've then made them look like the bad guy, you know? It's a difficult moral dilemma.
It doesn't even have to be a rage quit, though, does it? Like, how many people I mean, myself included, I would just quit games of Hearthstone because they're over.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you just
actually, I'm a bad example, but yeah. Most people quit games of Hearthstone because they think they're over. There you go. Correct myself. Yeah, let's go and have a look at Lilith because they have been silver for some time now.
Oh, really? Okay. Glad someone's keeping an eye on the ranks while I'm up here doing the grind, working in the mines. I love watching the ranks.
Me too. What do we got? We got Rogue, Wishing Well. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
So a lot more coins available now, right? So Wishing Well is a possibility again?
Yes, there's a 3-mana 2/2 weapon, which gives you a coin if you kill a minion with it, which I really liked. I think it was Rekvam's review, where he just covered up the amount of attack that the weapon had with his webcam. I was like, wow, this looks really good, and then revealed that it only had 2 attack. And crushed everyone's dreams. Because, yeah, it does seem very, very powerful. As a 3-mana 3/2 weapon, oh, yes, we are absolutely cooking. But 2/2 just doesn't kill that much stuff. We have seen lots of tokens, so you could go Butzotl. The board is full of 1/1s every turn. Yeah, if the board's full of 1/1s, you can't play a 3-mana 2/2 weapon, even if it does give you 2 coins over the course of 2 turns. That is way too slow at that point.
I'm excited to see Knick Knack Shack in operation. I want to see it played right now so I can see it in operation next turn. Because it feels completely broken to me.
So I absolutely understand that vibe. My issue with it is what's the payoff? And that's a dangerous question, and there may often be one. But it's not like we've got the other rogue location to summon giant ghosts or a Draka in the game, right? For just
Yeah.
building an entire deck full of 0-cost mana cheap rogue cards and then having a payoff somewhere. So it feels a bit Indiana Jones meme to me, where you're going to spin your swords around 300 times and then get shot in the face because it doesn't actually specifically pay off. The best we've got that I can think of is Clockwork Giants, which kind of already have a viable engine anyway. So yeah, wait and see. But certainly the text on it is terrifying, right? There is no dispute that those are scary words on that card.
It's why I want to see it in action. I can't really visualize very clearly how ridiculous it's going to be. Also, now it's going to be ridiculous. This card's in the game for another 4 sets.
Yeah.
At some point, Rogue will go back to making 2 mana or 0 mana 4/4s and things somehow, and this will be in the game. And it would just go, here's my board of 0 mana 4/4s, or whatever the new hotness is in 4 sets time. Or it might just never be like that again. We'll see. Insta prep. Now get a spell. Yeah. Okay. Insta spell. Now get a coin and a pirate. This is easy. You just keep drawing cards and then get shot. Yeah, the Indiana Jones meme seems to work.
Yeah, we are drawing cards.
Anything.
I'm still waiting for any of them to do anything at this point.
Yeah, we haven't actually done anything with all these cards. This is true.
How many cards of another class can a tourist take? As many as you want, but only from the new expansion, only from Perils specifically.
Do you think the now you've seen it in action a bit, the tourist packages are going to end up in other decks or in decks of their own, their home type?
I did not understand that question.
Okay, so do you think the Demon Hunter cards printed in this set will end up in Demon Hunter decks, or do you think they'll end up in the tourist deck?
Oh, I see. Yeah. So the tourists themselves, like I think most of the tourists themselves are underwhelming in terms of what that card does as a standalone card, right? So you do have to put kind of a weak card in your deck in order to have access to dual class, but dual class is so powerful. There's so many times you're looking at cards in this expansion and just thinking, oh, okay, I mean, I don't really see what this set is doing. And then you see it, you look at the set that it tourists with, and you're like, oh, okay, if I add like these 4 cards with these 4 cards, then suddenly we're cooking, right? You know, Demon Hunter attack buffs with Shaman Wind Fury, for example, like that kind of thing. So yeah, it's just a matter of, you know, whether drawing Gen or Baku or drawing a big patches or whatever is enough of a detriment to counterbalance that on the other side. My instinct is Tourist will see a good amount of play because I think the synergies are just very, very powerful.
Yeah, I think so too.
You want to play Ramping Warrior. That's the biggest thing that I can see so far.
That's
you
the biggest
want
one,
to
yes.
do that.
Yeah. And I think some of the priest stuff in Demon Hunter might be sneaky fast as well, because Demon Hunter's already sneaky fast. Now it can injure you for 4 for 1 mana. Right.
Did Sol just call the trolls Mr. Vista and Vol'jin weak cards? No, I said some of them. I may have said most of them. I can't remember the exact modifier
I think most
I
is
used.
accurate, honestly.
But yes, there are some strong ones, undoubtedly.
How astonishing.
Just checking all the tourists now. Yeah, I mean, there are some, for instance, Ham the Hungry, you know, who you just play because you have to, because you want to ramp in Warrior, not because you want to play him.
yeah, exactly.
I'd argue that Buttons isn't. Buttons might be alright, but I don't think so. Buttons may end up being alright. Draw a spell of each spell school. But yeah, looking through, most of them are patches. Some of them are situational patches where you might. be able to
Most of
get
them are
lucky.
patches, and then there's patches.
And then there's patches. Yeah, there isn't patches. Flavor text being finally a patches you want to draw on turn 1.
Yeah. Jeez, my shift is nearly done, by the way. Like you can hashtag shill me if you want here, chat. But these events are so fun. It does not feel like I've been doing this for an hour and 48 minutes at this point. Like, plus corralling all of the cattle in chat for 2 hours before that as well. Like, it genuinely does not feel like this has been happening for 4 hours, and it just has.
Have we commented on a game yet?
We may have done in passing.
I've been here for 50 minutes and I don't think I've talked about any games that have been on the screen. It's great. Oh, chat don't like being called cattle. But also, they do like getting giveaways, so they're stuck.
Yeah. Now they're mooing. Great. Okay, we've evolved.
Is that evolving? I'm not sure that's evolving.
Just let them run with it. If they decide to start mooing, you've just got to embrace it, okay?
Yeah, you go, chat. You live your best cow life. Right, anyway, back to the game that I wasn't watching in the first place. This Sonya's been sat in hand for deceptively long amount of times.
It has, yeah. I'm a little surprised at how not dead Lilithy is as well. Like, she has done vaguely nothing for several turns from what I've been paying attention to, and just somehow the pressure just hasn't quite mounted on Jason Gamer's side.
Yeah, I think Lilithy sort of threatened to do things enough that Jason couldn't really pull the trigger on ending the game.
Ooh, conniving con man. Pro tip, chat: do not get conned by this card. This is not a good card. You heard it here first.
I think it's good in Paladin. Is it Paladin? Yeah. Whichever class gets it. Because every card you've played is from another class. Out of the package.
Yeah. But... what? No, that's not how. Wait, what? That's not how that works.
You put the rogue. You don't just put the con man in. You put in like 6 of your other rogue cards, and then your 6 rogue cards are other cards from another class.
Yeah, I still think people kind of envision the dream scenario with it a lot, and that's just not necessarily where we're going to end up.
We shall see. This is what's great about these as well. We shall see, and everyone will have forgotten everything we said. So if we're right, we can say we were right. If we're wrong, we can just forget about it.
A wild shudder block out of left field. Jason's hand is not working for me, by the way, so this is all entirely new. But I guess, what is it? Lamplighter? Is there a lamplighter hanging out up there, maybe, which could start cooking with this Shudderwalk?
Getting a yes from Raven. 2-mana lamplighter. That does 9 damage.
I can actually see if I look at the stream on delay. Yeah. 2 mana, 9 damage lamplighter. Yeah, okay. Alright, nice.
Yeah, Lilithy's just shambled through 9 turns.
Mm-hmm. And now currently doesn't have an activator for the Velrock. Oh no, disaster. If you had a cheap activator here, you could go cheap activator, Sonya, Velrock, step the Velrock, blah, 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 blah. Go to town.
Yeah.
Pick 4 mana cards that get discounted to 1. You get 2 copies of those. Like, you can actually just win the game here if you had an activator for the Velrock.
Just high roll this.
Nope.
Just high roll this.
What's this? Sorry?
Velrock. Because now we played our 6-mana combo to get a Velrock activator.
Got it.
The cheap activator you were looking for.
So we need a card that costs 3 or less that clears the board.
Defile!
There's no 2! There's no 2! There is a 2! You can trade the 2/5 in!
Yeah, we can trade it in. We're okay.
I mean, speaking of Indiana Jones meme, it would be a shame if you just randomly took 24 this turn. But... It was a
Also,
good clear.
the Kangor switched into something else that died. I didn't catch what it was. It came back to hand, put something else in play, and then something else died in the defile. Oh no, getting incendied now.
Wait, is Lamplighter... It's one instance of 10 damage, right? It's not 10 missiles? Because if it's one instance of 10 damage, you can't point it at face. Yeah, so you can't point it at face because it's disallowed from the shutter. It's from the shutter block thing, right? Can't damage the enemy hero.
Got it. Oh, you have to target it. Yeah.
Yeah. So instead, we've just gone for 15 eruptions, which now are being drawn for 1. Oh, that's too many of them. You actually don't want to draw that many because they get upgraded at the end of turn, right? I'm not necessarily sure you wanted to draw there immediately. I mean, there are 15 of them, though. It is funny.
Yeah. Is it funny? Yes, it is. It's actually really funny.
It's quite funny.
It's not as funny as equipping your rogue weapon 9 times in the same turn, but it's still pretty funny.
No, there are very few things that are as funny as that.
Okay.
I love Velarok so much. Same. But unironically, I'm assuming you might be ironic, but I am 100% unironically in love with Velarok. The cost
Yeah.
less clears the board, yeah, imagine. There's 2 of them now, though. You can get Defile and Defile on a stick as well. Could have hit either.
Was Defile on a sticker clear there? It was, wasn't it? Probably.
Yeah. I think so. You just have to trade the 2/5 into a 3/1 instead of the 2/4. So the first one, the 3/1 would die, and then it kills the other 3/1. That kills your remaining 2/2. It should still
I
clear.
had 2 people in a row manage not to clear my board with threads the other day.
No, you didn't. That was a fever dream.
Okay, sure, thanks. Makes more sense. Just gonna believe that. That's fine. So this deck makes coins, plays Wishing Wells. We've played our Wishing Wells and we've made our coins.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Jason's gaming on the other side of the board.
Do it! Do it!
Oh
this is content.
Absolute gaming.
15 more.
And now they do 2.
Well, the original 6 that are left from the first 15 will now do 3.
Yeah.
At least. Maybe 4, because this one will upgrade those as well. The fresh ones do restart from scratch, though.
I am going to keep forgetting this amalgam is all types.
I think Lilithy is just going to die off the top next turn.
Yep. That seems likely.
And this is one of the situations where if you concede here, you do get flamed very aggressively.
Yep. We want to see explosions. Eruptions. And we're going to.
Cute, sweet, 2-handed tapping guitar solo. Such a boomer reference. That's probably the most boomer reference I have ever made in my life.
Well, I'm Gen X, so I'm not going to get it.
The descent is starting. We're the same age soon, you know that.
Yeah, I'm very smug about it. You'll soon be the same age I was when you were laughing at my age. I will be here to see it. I'm all for it. Oh my god, here we go.
Blam.
3,
Blam.
2, 2. Oh.
Oh, Gaslight! That is actually the best case scenario. A few explosions into Gaslight Gatekeeper to finish the job. Amazing. Gaslight, unlike Finley, does specifically draw these cards, so cast while drawn effects do happen when you do it. That is absolutely going to be lethal. I stake my reputation on it.
Considering how many good things happen for Jason here, this is kind of clunky, isn't it?
I mean, it's sweet, is what it is. And dead.
I'm glad they went like crazy on the animations for this one as well. Like we just get to see all sorts of eruptions and stuff because we're not going to see it very often. So when we do, I want to see it be pretty ridiculous, and it was.
And I've just been given the sad news, chat, that I'm going to have to end my shift for a couple of hours and come hang out with you degenerates in chat for a bit. I'm going to go get some food first, but then I'll be
Go
back hanging out
moo.
with you degenerates in chat. Yeah. Everyone give me a moo and I'll come join the herd. All right. Hope you all had fun. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
And I have returned. I'll be honest, I actually forgot I was on next. I was too involved in that game. I thought that was
That
really
was a
good. Well, that
fun
was
game,
pretty.
mate.
That is opened up ideas, I think, because I wasn't really thinking about shudder block stuff. Even though obviously you've always got to think about that when new cards come out. But it was a really cool ending to that game, right? I didn't really think about the sheer amount of those you can shuffle into a deck.
Yeah, 30 eruptions and then a gaslight gatekeeper. Like, you're not going to miss. You could do so much damage. Like, some of them are doing 3, some are doing 2. And if you do it one more turn, if you ever, for some reason, need one more turn, they're going to be doing 4 damage each. Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. I'm just having a quick look. Is there anyone you thinking of? I'm seeing when the more of the
Have a look.
Americas side will no doubt be starting to log on and play in the very very near future as well. So we will start getting players we've not seen today on stream. We'll be getting them in very very soon, so we can highlight some of them. But is there anyone that's sticking out? Someone we've not covered that you want to check out, Lorinda?
Have we seen Funky Monkey yet? They usually
I
have some
think we've
interesting
seen
stuff
Funky
going on.
Monkey as I'll say an opponent. A top
What about
player.
Regis?
We dipped in with Regis, but he was on Druid, so we can jump in again
Oh,
because we
let's not
dipped
do that,
straight
no,
out.
boo.
This was a while ago though. Let me check it. Let's check it with Regis. I'll have a look while we chat as to what Regis is playing. But we went in to check on Regis. He was playing Druid, so we left. Oh, he's on Mage versus Hunter. Oh, versus Funky Monkey. Let's jump in.
That's its fate. Yeah, now we know.
Yeah, perfect. Lorinda does it again. So yeah, we've got Funky Monkey on the top, and I'm glad. This is what I was looking at as well. This Undercooked Calamari, Lorinda, is a card, a warrior card that you can obviously get in Hunter. And it's Battlecry, destroy an enemy minion with attack less than or equal to this minion's. But obviously, there's buffs in both warrior and hunter that's available.
Right.
So you can start doing really fun stuff with this. So yeah, I'm glad this might be short-lived. Maybe we can jump in with Funky Monkey in a bit. But I'm glad to see someone experimenting with that card because that's the one of the ones that stuck out to me.
Yeah, something that's bothering me now you've said that. Like, it looks good, but boards have got a lot of things on them very early at the moment. It might just be a little slow, even if it's good.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely interesting because the problem is at its base, it's a 3/4 for 4, right? So that's pretty weak. But I guess it could be. I guess it's more matchup dependent, right?
Well, we're back in the game.
Yeah, this hound does the usual job. Look at this though as well. What did that hit? Did that hit Spurfang? Oh my! Look at this. 8/11 Spurfang. Yeah, it's something I didn't think. As a hunter enjoyer, I don't think I ever would have thought, oh, it'd be really cool if we could play some warrior cards in Hunter, right?
Yeah, right.
It's something that never really crossed my mind, but now I've obviously looked at the set and looked at what's available. Dude, a deck like this actually looks super fun.
You are notorious for your love of Hunter, and I am also surprised that this is on your radar, but it does look kind of good.
For those of you asking about drops and such, and how long the stream's going on, we've got roughly, I believe, unless I'm wrong, Lorinda, another 4 hours yet.
Yes.
We're at the halfway point through the stream, so you guys have got plenty of time to get your drops and everything. So don't you worry.
Yeah, and also if you are active in chat, you will be entered automatically for giveaways for mega bundles at various intervals. Yeah, I'm actually telling the truth. I'm supposed to lie to chat and say, yeah, you're supposed to be funny and witty and all that stuff to improve your chances. That is a lie, but I've got to look after things while Sottle's away for a moment.
So, okay, we're going to get, what is it, the 9? 9/11 Spurfang, okay. And this is going to be for the game. Oh! That actually, on paper, saves the day.
On paper, yeah, but we're not playing on paper, Raven.
Yeah, I know.
Trying to find damage. There doesn't appear to be damage. You might be right. The paper might be doing the thing. I mean, Infinitize needs to find 5. Regis just checking all of the amulets to see how many of those are lethal.
Yeah, honestly, with a hand like this, I would also have to just stare at it, because there is go with the flow too. So that's going to help with some spell damage if needed.
So many choices. I'm glad I'm not playing this turn. I just have to watch what Regis does. It makes it so much easier.
I think it's a crown into Ragnaros, right? Easy peasy.
Yeah. Oh, you go for the 50-50. Yeah, he's gonna.
I mean, no, just it is what it is, isn't it?
It's not quite 50-50. No, you have to put the... Yeah, now you have to
Take the
trade.
6-3 out, right? Oh
You
yeah,
don't
well,
heal
whatever.
them, yeah.
I wasn't sure what the death rattle was on that.
And now it is a 50-50. If that dies. Does that die?
No, it freeze. It's freeze.
No! No!
Not dead, though. I like the way we just had the correct mindset, though.
Yeah.
You always just hit rag and win.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the amalgam off the top as well?
The amalgam hasn't impressed me yet, but everyone seems to be trying to make it work.
Yes, I agree. I'm sure there's, plenty you can explore with the amalgam. For me, I thought the coolest thing was Bigger Yormonger. Because that's a kind of interesting ability to just have on a card all the time. But my worry is, I think the amalgam needs rush to be really impactful.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, you need to be able to copy it and put loads of them in your deck or something and have a long game, but Hunter doesn't really do long games anymore. Or short games. He doesn't really do games at the moment.
Yeah, and that's where I'm excited to try out Hunter stuff, but at the moment, from what we've seen on stream, I haven't seen anything blow me away with Hunter yet. I've seen cool ideas, I've seen cool turns, but nothing that feels like it's gonna be, like Warrior, for example, or maybe even the Druid as well. We've got
I
Mage
think what you
versus
find with
Death
cards like
Knight.
Amalgam is the incremental value sometimes. There'll be a deck come along with only 3 or 4 buffs and the rest of the deck's nice and sweet, and you throw in the Amalgam and suddenly it just comes back and does you for another 7.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's tricky though, right? Because I think it really depends on what effects you can get on it, and if you can cheat anything out of it that's a bit too much. Because like we saw then, the amalgam died, you top deck it. Okay, it's a big cheap beast, but it doesn't do anything that turn, right? And that's the problem. If you draw in or keep drawing them, and it's just it's a cheap beast you just play and hope it survives for the next turn to attack, I think that's when it's going to have some sort of weird issues to be useful. But hopefully it's good, because it's definitely a cool card, and because it's in the game for quite a while, it's going to be broken at some point. That's my guess anyway. We're going to see more of this. We've got Death Knight from Witty Bill on the top.
Yep. And looks like a Rainbow Mage variant from Regis. I am curious to see how this goes. I think the Mage cards look quite interesting.
Do you look at this Travel Agent?
I do, but every review I've seen says it's rubbish.
Okay.
I
Just
think it's
because we've
probably
seen
quite
some
good.
strong locations, right? I feel like we've seen
Yeah.
strong locations all day so far.
Yeah, I think locations are good, so I want to play Travel Agents.
You have earned an eternity of torment.
The orbs in everybody's deck.
Holy hell, it's going to be pretty nice.
Yeah, it's interesting that we've landed in a situation where Hellier is just played on curve and there's not much plagues in your deck a lot of the time. And you
Right.
just play a Hellier because they're slightly annoying and the value adds up.
Yeah, I think it's just about good enough, right? Because obviously a 4/4 is nothing to write home about, right? but it's well statted enough, and it has enough of an output of damage potentially later on that it's just about worthwhile, even on its own. But I'm surprised because it is one of those cards that you could see cutting if you really want to,
Yeah.
put a few extra cards from the expansion in. Oh, well, yeah, that's annoying.
Yes, it is.
Hell, you're doing the job.
Oh, 6 mana summon a 1/2.
Yep. And now stuff costs more as well. For that turn anyway.
2 mana 1/2.
Yeah.
Gee. Absolute disaster. I think AFK is the weakest card that made it to Hearthstone yet. 5 mana 0/5 and doesn't attack. We have a card that destroys your own deck and doesn't win the game. That's kind of weak. And yet saw a lot of play and won a lot of games. We'll see.
Regis at the moment on the defensive though. But there is that tsunami there.
Yes. It's just a good card. It's a very good card when it costs 6. I think we'll see it earn Tsunami rather than later. See, I don't just do worst case scenarios. I have other tricks.
Yeah, one other trick.
I've got it for 2 years though, Raven. We're fine.
Yeah. That's all you need. As long as you've got one.
Yeah, there's no ponies in the expansion. There should be some donkeys though. For the beach.
Oh, there's Grifter though. Not too bad. I feel like early on all we saw were Grifter amulets, and now we've not seen any for the past few hours.
Yeah, I think people probably wanted to try them out and...
Yeah. It'll be interesting if that becomes like a super common staple, because we have historically had certain legendaries that you can more or less put in, like you put in no matter what you're trying to achieve, right? It's just like a good
Yes.
card legendary.
Yeah. It could just be in every deck, couldn't it? You might be right.
Threads.
Oh, threads.
That's in every DK deck, obviously. Not quite as powerful as we saw earlier in the day. I think you and Advice saw this get used to the sort of
Yeah, they were
more lethal
all
effect.
4/1s,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. Don't know how good this is. This location. Very slow, but Mage doesn't necessarily rely on speed.
Yeah, it's slow, but it's a lot of stuff, and it can often, obviously, depend on if you played it on curve or not. But in this situation, you're going to be able to use the thing, right? You always know when and if you can use it a lot of the time.
Yep. A little bit like the wisdom balls, like, the incremental work it does. I use that word a lot tonight. Shame I don't know what it means. So haven't crafted any potions. The
I'm not
mixologist.
sure what I
gonna have-
think about that card, honestly.
I'm a bit concerned it's been in our hand the whole game and we haven't played it, if it's any good.
Yeah, it's like discovering the spells versus making potions and playing minions. Although, again, it is important to remember that a lot of these players will be playing to experiment with things, so not necessarily to play, the absolute best Hearthstone turn by turn we've ever seen.
No, and Regis loves to play around with new stuff and
Oh,
see
yeah.
what's going on as well. Which actually makes me more surprised he hasn't played the mixologist, not less surprised.
I guess
Maybe
you know
there's,
what the potions do, right? If that makes That makes sense, right? Kind
Yeah.
of know what they do, whereas like
We've been there.
using some of the more random stuff. Because this crackling and picking potions just takes me back.
Oh, I enjoy making potions.
This is nice though. Nice board clear, get some armor.
Yeah. More freezers. Who's that coming from left field?
I was gonna say. Oof. Soul Stealer soaking those up. No problemo.
Have we cast a lot of spells this game? Or are we just gonna rip the orb?
Oh, or
Or
there's
we can play
also a
York?
plan B if you want, or a plan C with Grifter. Wow. Strides?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, maybe not though. Oh, it did go for. I was just looking at the cards that are actually in hand, and because like some of them are just random elementals. Okay, cheaper under the sea. It's not so bad. It's a bit better.
It is still just save 7 mana though.
Oh yeah, I mean at a base level, yeah, for sure.
But you're right, it's not the best save 7 mana you'll ever get, for sure.
Rustron burning away here. I do think that from what we've seen so far, Death Knight seems not only potentially very aggressive, but also kind of relentless.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you can have the infinite reborn, you can have infinite card draw, you can have infinite damage. Like, you've got a lot of really good choices with Death Knight, I think, now. Which I think is what we want to be, right? We want it to feel like 2 or 3 different classes in one, rather than just you can only play one deck, which is unfortunately kind of where it's lived a lot of its life. I know there are more than one deck available, just to be clear, but a lot of the time one of the deck has been far more obviously the best deck than the other options. And tonight we've seen several options, I think.
And now we're going to see many cards, so I'm guessing this is going to be a wand, yeah. The usual suspect this time from Regis. Pesky Plague does mean that the King Tide doesn't get reduced because the Plague was the one that actually got hit by the wand.
Yeah, we're just seeing the effect of that early Hellier. Hasn't done a whole lot, you would think, and then you realise it's messed up 2 turns already for us.
Yeah, and just the damage chip as well is just good, right?
Yeah. Just means you can concentrate on not dying.
That is often quite a good thing to concentrate on.
Yeah. Oh, I've been doing it for hundreds of years, Raven. It's fine. I'm still here.
Headless Horseman, not bad to have in the back pocket. Wait, it can...
You need a really big pocket.
Wait, did that...
Did what?
Did Overplanner just discover itself?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't.
Oh, sorry, it's got the other one. Yeah, sorry, it's in your deck. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah. It's putting them in order. I was so... for some reason, I've seen so many cards today, I was like, did that just generate itself? That can't happen. And then guess what? It didn't happen. Does that make sense?
How good do you think Overplanner is? It's a really interesting card, isn't it?
I think in any medium to slow deck, I think it's very good. Because it's like, it's not even just pick 3, because you're discovering 3 times. You can see a lot of cards, right?
Is that how that works? Have I misunderstood another card?
Wait, am I just getting confused again? Oh, wait, what?
No, you are right. I am wrong. Okay, it's much better than I first thought.
I can't see the
Yeah,
card.
no, you
now.
are right. I am wrong. I thought you just looked at 3 cards and had to sort them into an order. You actually get to choose 3 cards. You know.
Yeah, I think there was 3 separate discoveries.
You're
then.
correct.
It's been a long day, and there's a
Happened
lot of new
earlier.
cards to look at. I'll be honest, so I could easily be messing this up.
No, you're right.
okay.
You and Advice were talking about it earlier, and I didn't quite understand what you were talking about, so I've now processed it.
I'm sure
So,
Twitch
okay.
chat will tell me if and when I'm wrong.
No,
I
they're
rely
mooing
on
at
them.
Sottle. They don't know what's happening.
Here though, Regis has the board, but for how long? And there's also, I'm not exactly sure. I think this deck from Regis is, you know, one of those late game big spell mage big thing. But the problem is, WTY Bill's just kind of just done stuff, and it sounds really stupid to say, but it's like, yeah, I'll just keep doing stuff, and that stuff will be enough as he takes the victory here. Death Knight, once again, not for the first time, and definitely not for the last, is going to be looking quite good. But let's see who else we can check in with. Again, if anyone in chat has any requests for people that they've seen, reminder, all of these players, or at least the vast majority of them, are streaming on their own channels, so make sure to check them out. Go and say hello. As I take a quick look as to who else we can jump in with. Has anyone new started streaming? Let's have a look.
Yeah, there's a reason that mage decks all play Arcanist, apart from it being a good card, the 1/3. I think it's an Arcanist, whatever it's called. Is that mages don't heal very well, so that constant chipping away.
Right.
Once the Arcanists are gone, again, I'm going to call it Arcanist. It might be called something completely different. I don't know how words work. When they're gone, you just don't have any heal. You might be able to get an ice barrier or something. But that constant 5 here, 3 there, 8 there, just added up.
For sure. Let's check in quickly. Oh, okay, yeah, let's check in with Tic Tac, because his opponent I've just seen is Jambray, and Jambray's just doing some stuff, as we expect.
Tic Tac silver already.
Yeah, but look at these amalgams.
Oh, what is Jambray
Oh,
up to?
Jambray. Oh.
Artificer, thank you. Appreciate you, chat. Oh, it's subtle. I don't appreciate you quite as much, but hey.
Okay, here come the ZILLIAX, but these amalgams aren't. Wait, are they swapping? Oh no, they didn't. Okay, wait. One of those amalgams has something that pulled this Elise out.
Oh, who told Tic Tac about ZILLIAX?
More
Which one of you was
Hunter.
it?
Look, anyone in chat, if you find me one of these players streaming Hunter, tell me who it is. Unfortunately, I don't get to pick the class. I get to pick the player. So if you find someone playing Hunter, just let me know in chat and we will check them out. Because trust me, out of everyone here and everyone in chat, I want to watch Hunter more than anyone else. So if you find someone, let me know.
We also haven't seen much Paladin. I spoke about this with Sottle. Looks like people are largely avoiding Paladin because even though it's got
Okay,
new toys...
wait, what's this got? This has Rush. Has Bronze Gatekeeper buffs, the jamming out. It has Cleave. Oh, and it has the Glaive Tar thing.
It has Cleave?
Yeah, Furious Furnace also damages minions next to whomever this attacks.
Yeah.
I mean, leave it to Jambray. That's all I'm saying. Remember when I said that this thing needs Rush?
You did say that, and it does
And
have
so
that.
does this one. And it summons an 8-drop when it dies. What is
What's happening here?
What is going on?
What have you done, Jambray?
Who's the Hunter Tourist? Hunter gets to play warrior cards.
What have you done?
Oh look, it's got it back again. The whole deck's just these 2 cards right now, and I'm kind of down for it.
But Tic Tac's whole deck is just poison mechs.
Yeah, what'll win? A full deck of cards or 2 little amalgams that could?
Oh,
Oh,
of
no,
course Tic Tac's
snap.
got a 0 mana snapshot in his deck. Why wouldn't he have? This is so stupid. Wonder how long they've been here, like, just hitting each other with these dumb cards. They've both got more than 10 mana.
Hey, look how good this is. These cost 1. A 1625 and a 1019 that, above all else, have rush, and they cost 1.
Oh, now we're getting hammed.
Oh wait, they might have even more stats now. Yep, a 2231.
Ah, the baby amalgam just behind.
Nice, can chip the shield.
These infinite Zilliax are going to break some keyboards. They are going to break
Look
some
at that
faces
though.
as well.
Oh. And that's gonna summon. Yeah, okay.
I'm done. We're halfway through and I'm broken. That's
Yeah.
it. Jumbo and Tic Tac have broken me. This is the silliest thing ever. Ham eats. Did Ham eat ham?
Ham chomped ham, I think, yes.
Yeah.
Oof. We won't dive too deeply into the implications of that.
And Tic Tac actually wanted his ham, right? Because he gets rid of the amalgams. It would actually have been good for the only
Right.
time probably ever in the next
Oh my.
year.
Right, okay. Yep. I'm gonna sanitize.
Would you like a sanitize? It's going to have to do some work though, Raven.
Yeah, it's
I know you
just.
can do it twice in a turn, but you know.
Do you remember the old days where it was how long can this go on pickaxe and we were talking about just 2-3 taunts? Whereas we've evolved. Skynet has won at this point because we're now talking about endless robots.
Who wins? Does Jumbo win this?
I
'Cause
don't know
can't
because he
get
has like
dead?
a million cleave
Yeah.
and he has them infinitely.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
think
guess his 10 mana weapon wins it for Tic Tac because it's only half of his mana.
I guess. Snap. Oh wait, he didn't. Oh, he did draw the cleave. Yeah.
Of course, there's a jam
Oh
session in here.
Yeah. Look at the taunt though. What's the weapon gonna do against this? Yeah. Win.
How many times can he sanitize?
Win Fury into that. I mean.
Oh, he's got Fizzle as well. What's in the snapshot,
but-
kids?
Oh yeah, you can get execute from Grom. From Garrosh, yeah, gift. Sorry. Okay, and now we win Furies into this. Reduce another taunt.
Oh, the horse will get back the
Oh
the
my.
amalgams because they're elementals and they're everything. They're beasts as well.
Oh my. Okay. Got Hodor. Got sanitized to clear this.
Uh-huh.
What was
Well done, whoever found this game. It was you, wasn't it, Raven?
Yeah, I'm taking credit. Right, wait. Oh.
Oh, we can gain
Okay.
15.
Yeah, but there's gonna be 2 more amalgams.
It just good luck.
Look at this cheeky
Take
1-2.
22, noob.
Hiding behind his 2 big brothers. Yeah. This also stops it getting executed again, right? The
Yeah.
big one without
Yep.
swinging into it, which is very, Jambray. He plays the meme decks, but he plays them well. Oh wait, never
but
mind.
here's
Here we go
boom.
again. Yeah. And then Jambray needs to draw. Wait, is he?
Well, oddly enough, I think
Oh.
he's going to draw an amalgam, Raven. That's my guess.
Yeah, but he needs to draw the big one, the cleave
Yeah.
one, right? Because I don't think they both have cleave. Oh, yoink! Oh my! Oh my. Okay.
Just go chill there. It's fine.
What a game.
So-
I am
Wow.
happy.
I don't know what I am.
I don't know. This is. I'm just glad I was here. I was here today
Yeah,
when we
I was
witnessed
here.
these amalgams. Because like it's just funny. I didn't even think about this. Like the amalgams, like being able to give them rush with the Demon Hunter card. I didn't even think about
Very
that
basically.
possibility because like they are so much better when they have rush. Right, this summons an 8 drop. This isn't even over because depending on what this summons, there are worlds, right? Okay, maybe not that one. Does this summon an 8 as well? It doesn't, right?
What if he gets draw a card put on one of them? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
keep infinitely drawing each other.
Well, what a game. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to go check out Jambray's stream. And no doubt he'll be showing off the deck. You'll be able to see that. We could jump into... oh, wait, no. Someone said Chris 05 for Hunter, I think. Let's go back to us for a quick second. Let's
Chris
jump
is silver too.
Let's jump into that, see what up to. We just double check. But yeah, that was that was a great game. Go and show Jambray some love in the stream because that was a fun one. Oh yeah, it's gonna be on Hunter. Oh, it's against Denim Blue. Awesome. Let's sort that out. Let's sort that out. There we go. So we've got a Hunter on the bottom against a Druid, and it looks like a hand buff Hunter. And this is what I wanted to check out. And I feel like this is something we've not seen too much of as of yet, mainly because the Hunter games we saw were over pretty quick, or they were playing the big Hunters. But I think these Parrots are actually pretty good. All this like repeat shenanigans, I think, can be potentially very strong.
So. I just point out as well, Denim Blue got a top 5 finish last month, so he's in contention to play in the Masters Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Been around for forever in the scene, but I don't think yet to really have a good performance in a Masters Tour. But yeah, got a chance to do it this month. So
and so it begins. Yeah, the Chameleon on this is really nice. So yeah, Taunt is the first buff it's going to keep, as well as the stats, obviously. This is such a... I don't know, a wild buff to stick this, right? Because it keeps this excess damage dealt by attacks hits the enemy hero.
Right.
Which is... I didn't even think about that, like holding that power. Still though, getting a bit run over so far by Denim Blue on the Druid.
I mean, we didn't see the start of the Jambray game, but the Warrior did look more of the way to go with this than the Hunter, to be fair.
Yeah, like I said, I think the key is just getting it rush, right? Like, it makes it so much stronger. But I guess Taunt can be useful too.
No, I agree. I think you called it bang on. A card that's just a pile of stats is very nice, but it's a sitting target, so... Oh. This looks a bit murdery.
Yeah, the old 10 mana versus 6.
Yeah, I noticed it exactly the same time you did. It's like, yeah, okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play cards that cost a lot of points because I have a lot of points to spend.
This is nice though. If this, like, look at this, right? Obviously, we're on an extremely like weird matchup because it's so much mana, but that just killed one of these elementals, like pretty solid. Is it going to win Chris the game? No, but on curve, that card can be quite strong. Got Hollow Hound and Yormungandr though, which is going to help make Chris stick around. Oof.
Take a trillion.
You can heal a trillion though.
Once. Not that I'm a cynic. I mean, yes, you're absolutely right.
And kills 3 of them.
Think he's got any other choice?
Nah, he's got 2.
Yep, heals for a trillion.
Was that the wrong? Oh, I guess he wanted face. Oh my! I was gonna say. I guess he went with the face damage. What is this?
All I do by the end of these streams, I start off dead serious. I've done my research. I know, who tours into what tours, what the good cards are, what locations I'm going to look forward to seeing, and then after about 5 hours, every theory cast is I just turn into a gibbering mess of what is this?
It's the classic 4-hour mark. Sottle knows this well after years of casting with me. After 4 hours, everything goes out the window.
But it's not just that, right? It's about 4 hours in when we realise how ridiculous some of the things are we're seeing each time. That's just.
We will stay with Chris
elements.
because I don't think that was a fair representation. Shall I check this? Oh wait,
I think we might be seeing a pattern.
Maybe I shouldn't be clicking on this. Whoops. No one. Sorry. I just realised I'm not sure what I'm. I think everything's been announced. Okay.
Oh my goodness! Welcome to set 3.
Yeah. Rewind. Where did Chris go? There. Wait for him to end the game, and then we'll go again. I want to see. Hopefully, Q's Hunter again.
We are seeing a pattern that hunters don't seem to be able to cut it. Though. I'm quite happy to watch it again. Of course,
Because you don't have a choice.
Of course, you're you, and you're doing us all wonders here by showing us all these
versus
games.
Priest. Against Swarms. Okay. Oh yeah, look at Sasquatch.
To be fair, I think Hunter might be getting more penalised than some of the others by having to include 10 of the new cards when
Maybe,
they want to use their traditional cards with the deck they're trying to build with the amalgam.
I also think as well, like, the stuff you can do in Hunter is gonna be difficult to get right because it feels more what's a good word, like just like more niche than some of the other, like, warrior, make big stuff, cool, right? Like, that's fairly straightforward for warrior to do because it can like get itself to the late game pretty often, whereas I think this, like, the parrot repeating stuff or the amalgam buff stacking is a little bit more difficult to pull off.
I have news, Raven.
I'm listening.
78 Skunk Licks 78 has won the Mega Bundle.
All right.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah, 78 Skunk Licks 78. You heard it here first, unfortunately. Feels like when you see those things like news anchors and stuff getting trolled with like made up names, whereas we're actually just getting sent made up names.
Nope, they're in chat. Well done, Skunk Licks.
Okay, so Chris has the saddles, has the Yormonger, does not have the amalgam yet. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, this is a board. 2 million still resistant to clear because of the death rattles on the pups.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 of the spiders as well. So basically, whatever's played is dead. 9 times out of 10.
I'm just looking at the diamond parrot. It's so gorgeous.
Oh, it looks awesome, doesn't it? And also a very powerful card. These parrots like repeat specific things normally. Sasquatch, repeat each card you played last turn. So you can...
It requires a bit of planning.
Yeah, but you can make things happen.
Looks like everyone's kind of gone with the same plan with Hunter as well.
Well, I think there's 2 plans. I think there's this one, and then there's the big hunter, with the... the sandwich hunter, like the warrior weapon and the big dinosaurs.
The sandwich hunter sounds like a terrible YouTube channel.
Or a great one. Maybe they find the best sandwiches. Hunt them down. I'd watch that.
Fair.
I think a sandwich is one of the best food forms in the world that exists. I've never met anyone
Okay.
who doesn't like a sandwich.
I tend to agree with you on food takes.
Yeah, I've never met anyone who said I don't like sandwiches. I don't think those words have ever been uttered in a
No, it's true.
serious way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a sandwich for everyone somewhere.
Just flexible food. Look at this fish.
Flexible food. I don't like my food to bend. You say it was a fish?
You could though. You have like a like a big sub. Those could bend. Still a sandwich.
True. Yes. They have to be really big though.
And you know what I've said, right? Because no one in chat has actually said they don't like sandwiches, and that's
Exactly.
the first place someone would say it.
In fact, I'm surprised someone hasn't said it anyway, and no one dares be the one who doesn't like sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
People are being awkward in chat as
Oh,
always.
there's Ranger.
Yeah, this card is just called Ranger. We're never going to discuss what the second name is because no one's ever going to know.
Wait, why is it? There we go.
Is it Gilly, Gilly, or Hilly? I'm not going there. I'm not going to bring that up. It's just Ranger.
I think Crot looks cool as well.
It does actually. What about ketchup sandwiches? Oh, you're asking the right pair this question.
Can you tell which people in this stream watch my stream, Lorinda?
Yeah. You are asking the right two people. Ketchup sandwiches are the nuts.
Okay. Yep, still the saddle.
As soon
there
as
for the
Warrior
faithful.
makes his sandwich, you are toast, by the way.
Hey.
Thanks, RPG Prince. Appreciate you. It's pronounced like gift. Okay. No, I've just got obsessed reading chat there for a minute, and now I wish I hadn't. So
This is like
They're
a lot of
being-
damage.
this is all of the damage. I think. I think it's lethal.
Yeah. And this was just old-fashioned. Make some stuff, give it death rattle to make some more stuff, and then with that stuff, hit them in the face. This is just solid Hunter 101.
That makes you happy, doesn't it, Raven?
Oh
Just-
yeah, it's fine
just
for
hit
me.
him with some stuff.
We'll watch a bit more Hunter. Actually, we'll have one more
Okay.
game of Chris.
Yeah.
Again, if anyone has any suggestions of who they want to watch, we are seeing some of the Americas players come on. I've just seen No Hands pop up there as well. Again, any suggestions from chat I will take, but we'll probably watch one more from Chris just because I feel like we've been starved of Hunter. Not gonna lie. If Chris
Chris
ever
is a
gets
Hunter,
into a
but-
game.
I'm happy to go with your instincts. I
Yeah,
don't
you,
be starved of
you even
Paladin,
you
but-
said before you've not even been watching the games really. So
What? When did I say that?
when you were on with Sol, you were saying, "Oh yeah, we've not even really talked about the game. Don't even know what's going on."
That's different to not watching the games. I was watching the games carefully in case something, even more exciting than Sottle's chat happened. But
Okay, we won't do Chris because it looks like they're spectating, so they may be taking a break. Let's go to Boomerang. And what we're gonna... Oh, it's Druid. Everyone's favourite today. Up against Donkey on
Druid
the
does
Mage.
seem powerful. Can we see some Warlock games? Actually, we haven't seen much Warlock, to be fair. Warlock did...
We've seen a bit of Warlock early on, and a lot of it was the sort of aggro Warlock, basically. You know, the sort of self-damage.
Yeah, the reason we haven't seen much Warlock or Paladin is in my opinion, and from some of the set reviews I've seen, those classes built on what they already had, as opposed to necessarily doing striking new things. Obviously, there are new things they can do, but the more obvious things that you do for a theory crafting stream would be the more straightforward things, and they are what they're already doing. So people seem to be dodging that to some degree. These players have got 8 hours or something to play new decks that they haven't seen before, so they're going to use those rather than play a slightly upgraded Painlock.
And again, make sure to check out any of these streams. All these players, or at least the majority of them, are currently streaming on Twitch. They're also doing their own giveaways as well, or at least some of them are. There are drops available on all the channels too, so make sure to show them some support, give them some follows, and support their streams, as well as this one, the sort of central hub for the theory crafting event. And yeah, if you see anyone, if you've been watching anyone on the side that's playing a cool deck, give us a shout, let us know, and we'll try and swoop in and have a look. Because it looks like Boomerang's about to get smacked a little bit here. Donkey putting out the aggro with the mage.
Yeah. I think we've seen Mage do a lot of different things today, and not really settled on any of them. We've seen it doing what it's doing now. We've seen it play spells. We've seen it basically be control. There's a lot of ways for Mage to go reasonably powerfully right now. Drink server. What do we think of drink server? It's one of those cards I think that instinctively you think isn't very good, and then when you see it played, you're like, actually, this is okay.
Got the amulet choice here from Grifter. Decent choices overall. Draw 3 though is never going to be a bad thing this early in the game.
No, not at all. Needs it though. Of course, the board that was looking so dominant a minute ago has come to a grinding halt, oddly enough, because it's 10 mana versus 6.
Yeah. Here comes Marin. This is easy crown. Boomerang, I'm hurt. I would actually.
My
Oh my
goodness.
I would actually been tempted to crown there, like memes aside, just for like more
Yeah.
tempo.
I see it. I think it just never is, though. I think it's one of those things that looks good and it just never is. I also have seen it played and it's very good sometimes. But
Yeah. Also, if I obviously had known the wand would get this to summon the taunts back, then like sure, that's quite a lot of tempo as well.
yeah. Quite a lot of tempo. Yes, it is. Oh, star power's not even going to really... Yeah.
It's the first time in the history of the game I've ever seen star power not clear a board.
Yeah, exactly. It's really rough for Donkey right now. 0 mana sea shanty, though. We've wanted to see that all day.
Yeah.
We thought we'd see it in Paladin. We're seeing it in Mage. Corvus Corsair. Does that mean she made the card?
Yes. Oh, there's still another hydration station. I didn't even see that in hand.
The hand is just so full of good things. I'm just staring at it going, Boomerang, you play the good things. I'll just look at what appears on the board.
It's where the only honourable play is to actually play the Golden Monkey.
I agree, actually. Oh, no.
my god. Infinite taunts.
Crystal Clutter. More like...
Oh, here we go, here we go. So we've got Pud, Snake Eyes, Geddon, Buttons, Freya, Thessarian, Flick,
So
AFK.
this is where Donkey freezes the board and we drop AFK.
Ooh, Eudora. That is a very good card to get from Kobold, right?
Sure. I'm going with yes.
Well, I think the treasures are decent, right? And like you're likely to get legendaries from different classes.
They're so varied, I think. I mean, Soto made the point earlier, I think in chat actually, that they're all powerful compared to regular Hearthstone cards, but I think some of them are kind of mediocre and some of them are really good.
Yeah, I think she's Eudora's like above average from Kobold, at least.
Oh, no way! What?
The Chalice knows the place.
Face Chalice?
Time runs out on me.
Oh, the old self-divine shield. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah. We're talking about putting it on your opponent with Pain Warlock. That's what I'm going to be doing. So they can't damage themselves and reduce the cost of their cards. That ends well, right?
It's got to be Eudora, right? Because there's even this. There's even the Snake Eyes. You could Eudora. Oh wait, I forgot there's 15 mana. My lord. I didn't even look at the mana. Guff would be proud. Come on. What do we get? Parrot Sanctuary
Minion.
and Fairy Tale Forest.
Wait. Draw a Battlecry minion. It's cheaper. It's even cheaper. And then you can have another one. There's too much happening. So the downside of this is your board is full of locations and not killing them.
Yeah, but if this is played, then the Parrot Sanctuary can go again, right?
What is this turn? Spent
Oh, if you-
12
oh,
mana.
Workshop Janitor. If you control the location, draw 2 cards. Easy. All part of the plan. It's all coming together.
Boomerang can't empty their hand though. Last turn spent 12 mana, did a load of stuff, and didn't even block the shield. Second shanty for Donkey.
Easy Doomkin. Come on, Eudora. You can do it.
Why isn't there a lethal?
Oh no.
Can we flick the Corsairs away, please? Yeah, thanks.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. I nearly
So
forgot
much
that voice
nonsense.
line. Nearly faded from memory. Not now, it's back.
I have sound off at all times. Only when casting. Is the drink server something we can log on to? I preferred them when they were mooing, honestly. And it goes face twice, despite
too
Donkey's best efforts, and they get
bad.
explodified.
Yeah, not too bad at all. I feel like even though we've seen a lot of Druid, every time I'm seeing these classes go again, like we're finding more and more stuff to discover, which is pretty nice. Let's see who else we can check in with.
Oh, I think with tourism this time around, it's going to take a long time to work out where we're even supposed to begin, let alone where we're supposed to finish. I think the meta will take a long time to settle.
Yeah, for sure.
There'll probably be like a short settlement period after 3 or 4 days where the best aggro deck is this, and no one can beat it, and everyone cries about it.
Oh, let's
And then
go.
2
Sorry.
days later, it's just getting killed by everything.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go Germinator because they're playing against Silent Nick as well, which is another player we have not featured on stream yet. And we've got Rogue versus Paladin, Lorinda. So we're seeing some stuff.
Yeah, I want to see the Sandcastle being played.
Oh, I didn't think about that either. Amalgam Paladin with Dance Floor. Because then you can give it Rush, right?
Oh, there you go.
Because you only have to give it once and it should remember it. I think that's how it works, even if it's not like a directed
I
spell.
think so, yeah.
It's just like if
so.
it has that keyword at any point, it just sticks it.
And Paladin has like loads of buff spells.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, Germinator's going with mech buffs on it. That's the way to get Wind Fury and Rush and everything, Raven. How are you liking this?
Yeah, not too bad at all, yeah. I think this is like, even this like mini game I feel like we're playing, which is how do we make the amalgam good? It's kind of a fun mini game to play because it can be played in every class. I think that's something that's really been really fun so far.
Oh, it's going to be fun next turn.
Yeah, and of course, as you said, the magnetics here for the amalgams with Rogue.
Just wants to hit the rush and be well set. Oh, and he's got Lab Constructor to add to it on turn 6, so there's 2 of them.
So now it's going to have Divine Shield, it's going to have Rush, and it's going to have all these buffs.
Yeah, I'm looking on the other side all the time. Germinator's got the Lab Constructor. It might not come off in this game, but that is ridiculous because you get 2 of your amalgams. Yeah, that's what he's setting up as well. Oh. Make it 5-5.
Oh. The amalgam wars of 2024.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like
the bidding.
Yeah, and then the weapon's gonna fuel this even more. It just depends how all in. I guess they have a. Yeah, I guess they have a. The summon the 1, 2, 3 drop, right? Summon the 1 drops. I can't remember the name of the card now.
Summon the 1 drops.
Yeah, the Paladin.
Oh, Boogie down.
Yeah. You know,
They
to pull
do
them
have
out.
that. That's a very good call.
Yeah, just because that's always the thing you've got to think about. If you go all in on an amalgam deck, what if you don't draw it? Right, like that's the problem, isn't it? It's still only initially at least 2 cards in the deck.
That also gives Hunter a problem for being the one to play it, right? Because Hunter card draw. Oof,
Yeah.
don't get Raven started on that. Maybe the rogue location is just good for the, the continuous card draw. It is 3 mana, draw 4. I was just looking at it for the pop-off turns, but maybe it's just good for value. But rogue isn't really a value class, so I don't know.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting because both decks are giving good ideas for the amalgams. It's just trying to work out which one's stronger.
And I
Look
love
at this
all these
now.
theory casting streams, but this time around, I think we've seen more diversity. Every game we watch is like, oh yeah, I could do that with this. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Than
sure, for
before.
sure. And obviously, yes, we've seen a lot of Druid. We've seen a lot of warrior, but I think that's because playing big stuff is fun in this game, right? And both those classes do that. But I think like checking this stuff out is really interesting. Look at this amalgam now.
I mean, it's hard to resist having ramp in warrior.
Oh, exactly. That's what I mean. It is. I would have played it very quickly as
Yeah.
well, right? Like, I would be no different at all. Getting the buffs from being pirate now, giving this one rush because this is the other amalgam.
My goodness, they're both going to be so low on stuff, but Jimmy-Laser's got loads of card draw on the board.
Yeah, this has to be like the 2 6s, right, and something.
Oh, good shot. It's guaranteed, right? Can they go face? No, they can go face. Okay.
This is quite a close game, honestly.
Yeah, it really is. Play, draw, play, draw, play, draw. Sure, I'll let Jiminator work this out. Obviously, waiting for the amalgam for this lab constructor makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, because you just guarantee it, right? As opposed to trying to mess around or try and get smaller value out of it. Oh yeah, Crystal Cove for amalgam as well. It's like a thing, right?
Oh god, yeah.
Because you then even if you draw it late, you could just make it 5/5 to start.
Yep. Yeah, the fact it's an amalgam, even though I processed this several hours ago, still hasn't quite gone in there. I can just buff it with any card in the game, basically.
Yeah. Oh, there's Power Spike. Silent Nick having to kind of just go all in now. The card draws are out the window, unfortunately, for the near future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mate, you always said it all right. Oh my lord.
Gotta not die.
Yeah, and this is where you start to think about things, right? Like, if that amalgam had taunt. I think like rush and taunt, and then obviously stats are like the best things you can get on this.
Yeah. We're going for the band with 1,000,000 buffs, I think. Because he's played the other amalgam so many times, the amalgam band is going to have all the buffs. I imagine.
Yeah, and if it has like rush, lifesteal, so on, right?
Yeah. But it should have them all because the other amalgam's triggering it every time, so you don't
Yeah.
need to jam your deck full of different types.
Yeah,
You've got
look at
mechs
that.
and
Oh
pirates
yeah.
automatically.
Oh yeah. That's what you want. And unless something is really pulled out the bag here for Nick, this is looking pretty good.
Give it rush.
Well, could draw the amalgam to give it rush, maybe.
Rush. Wind Fury.
Not good enough, but a really good game.
Yes.
I love it. We are, what, like 5 hours in, and we've just seen something we've not seen. I like it.
The Amalgam Wars of 2024.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah, really, really nice. I think
Well,
you're swapping out now, Lorinda, aren't you?
I am. That went. Soto said the same thing, but that went really fast.
Yeah. It's just,
Okay.
believe it or not, it's fun checking out new cards.
Strange, that isn't it?
Yeah. All right, see you in a bit, mate.
Do you just a moment?
Hello, Soto. I think you are here. Soto, you here?
Hello, hello.
Oh, there we go. I was worried for a second then because you were on camera and you were just not looking. I was like, oh no, something's gone wrong. I kind of want to go back to Jiminator, honestly. If you're
Sure.
down.
Yeah, we have just apparently entered the amalgam section of the stream, right? That's
Yeah.
where we're at.
Which is fine by me. Let me just find him again. So I had to respectate. I always forget it's the Jiminator. Yeah, that was pretty cool from like the Paladin and the Rogue. Like both having, like I said, the location from the Rogue. I think Rush is super important, but then obviously being able to do that with the bots as well is really nice. Going up against Chris 05, who's on a Druid. By the looks of things. Yeah, I'm loving these amalgam ideas. So I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, Rush definitely seems like the biggest thing you want it to have, right? Like that's absolutely number one. We've seen obviously Cleave be awesome for Jambray, but just not be good enough against the infinite ZILLIAXs. I think Lifesteal is something that we haven't really seen everyone get yet, alongside the other stuff that they have been getting, because obviously then that does just sustain you forever. So
yeah, and I think Taunt as well can
kinda
be big
interesting to
if you're buffing them, right? Like Taunt feels really strong as well. But a lot of this,
here we go. Jiminator, right?
yeah, Jiminator, sorry, a lot of this, at least on the Rogue side, is you are sort of gambling with the mini bots, right? Because you can't really the Spark bots, sorry for the official word, because you can't guarantee these keywords. You've got to just work with what you've got. It seems.
Yeah.
Which is a
there is lifesteal though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We've
got
that
Lifesteal,
lifesteal
Divine
I was talking
Shield,
So it looks like he's done. No, that's just what my face looks like.
Yeah, that is Sottle's face. It's also interesting as well because I know I think you were talking to Edelweiss about Knick-Knack Shack, and in this, I can see it a little bit more because the card cost seems to be lower, and also you want to dig to your amalgams, right?
Yeah. My question was, what's the payoff,
Yeah.
right? Like, the payoff is you want to draw your 1-mana amalgams over and over and over again. So, like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm on board.
Oh yeah, and the Mimiron as well. I'm liking this. Like I just said, you probably did hear me, but I said to Linda, it's cool that like 5 hours deep into all these games, all these players are playing, and we're like, oh, this is something new. Sweet.
We must come to a consensus on Raven and Soul's couple now. I think Rottle was the one that's been used the most, but nothing has ever particularly caught on.
I think the other one was just the best caster duo. It was a bit long, but not really easy to say. But
that's why, right? The people never like gave us a ship name. Is that they paid us the proper respect by using our full and official title every time. The world's greatest casting duo.
I vote Throttle. Typically, I am not included in this at all. I'm not surprised. That's just a word. Like you can't just. Oh, I choose balloon. It's like, right, okay, well, that's not how it works.
Hit it again. Oh wow, it actually did. That's such a big double swing on the Mimiron to save damage.
You're suddenly just not taking 9.
Yeah. But I mean, Amalgam Rogue has let us down here, hasn't it? This has just been Mech Rogue. We've just watched a game of Mech Rogue from 18 months
ago. There's an
Amalgam there. Yeah. It's like, well, fine. If you're going to be like that, I'll show you Amalgam.
Oh, yeah, wait. Stealth.
Uh-huh.
I forgot about stealth.
Uh-huh.
Because it's... Huh?
No, Karen. I was just going to something in chat. I thought you were done.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, it's just so interesting how it works because you forget certain... Like I said about the Paladin location, right? With, like, with the Rush. You're not, like, targeting a minion, but it is gaining the word, even if it's temporary, and then it sticks. It's like, it's just really interesting card to think about.
Someone asked in chat if you reverbed it, would it still just be reverbed every time you drew it? Yes. Yeah. Enchantments are everything. Anything that changes a card in any way is an enchantment, and it just keeps them all.
Which is going off what I was saying, right? Like these temporary effects that don't actually target a card or give it a specific buff still work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's why, yeah, even if you get like something specifically said, give something X until next turn or whatever, like the amalgam would still just keep it forever.
Like,
because
yeah,
it specifically
the
says...
Yarmonger buff is the strangest one, isn't it? Like,
Right,
that's just
right,
like,
yeah,
oh, you know, give it this for this turn. Nope. It's just big now.
So, Jiminator's thirst for the content line here with the amalgam may very well end up throwing this game, but I do fully respect it.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Get another live construct on there. We'll be alright.
Yeah.
Saying that,
I mean,
though, there's
Lab Constructor on Nimrod did instantly end the game.
Yeah, true. There's still a world, though, where you could get life, like some kind of lifesteal or Wind Fury, right? From bots. And that could help out, potentially.
Yeah, 100%.
And there's still the Neck Shack.
The old Paddywhack Shack.
Mm-hmm. Actually, just do more.
Yeah. It's just content lines at this point. You know, what are you gonna do? How much? This is what? 4, 5, 8, 11, 14,
19,
17,
20.
20? Yeah.
I mean, not sure all these taunts are dying, but if these ever get to a hit phase, it's very, very over. Uh-oh. I would have loved it for some reason if they all just plowed into one. And he's just like, take him down.
Yeah, either that or just perfectly lined up and hit all three of them,
1-1-1,
right?
yeah.
Those were both very funny outcomes. Okay, Lifesteal or Wind Fury. I guess Taunt is also fine. That's poisonous. They do have 15 attack already, so Oh my goodness! There's a seaside giant in here.
Why not? I mean, there's 100 locations. Oh yeah, we can just give it Wind Fury anyway with the captain.
Yeah,
'cause it's a pirate.
Got no captain out.
This is what I want to look at though. Let's try and get this artwork. Right. What part of this is a pirate? That's the question.
Killing it.
Has this bear face got an eye patch?
Well, you could say that pandas have natural eye patches.
No, not that not this. The amalgam. Where's the pirate as the
the
amalgam?
amalgam.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good stretch. That's a good recovery, that's all. That'll be good in court. I think you get away with that. I see no eye patch on this panda. Well, actually, if you look, they've naturally evolved to have eye patches.
They call it nature's eye patch.
They're not called nature's pirates for nothing. David Attenborough comes in. Actually, no one calls them nature's pirates, but you know.
Shut up, David Attenborough. Get back in the box.
Yeah, this is not voiceover.
Stay alert, my children. Danger
I
I'm
mean,
not seeing. Someone in
Jiminator's
chat said
still not-
surely that's a peg leg, but I'm not seeing a peg
Wait.
leg on the amalgam.
where? What,
don't know.
the shark back or the orca back?
Yes.
Is that, wait, that little bit of brown on the back left of the thing below the red little legs? Is that meant to be a
I
peg
can't
leg?
see because like the legendary border's kind of in the way.
No, you can. Well, you can see a bit of brown, like a brown stick, maybe, but that might just be a stick.
Okay. It has scurvy. Okay. Thank you for
Oh,
identifying.
never mind then. It said "ah."
waits for no one.
Right, get rid of these freaking locations so we can have some board space.
Oh. Okay.
Sure? Is that a good use of 7 mana? I know it
Well-
sounds very silly to question
What else are you
whether
using
Marin is
7
a good
mana
play
for?
on turn 10. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Zarog's Crown, Ragnaros, go! No? Okay.
It's always one, Draven.
Did-
I hate to break it to you.
No, did you see I called the rag from Regis earlier?
No, wait.
There was a rag for like a slightly under 50-50 way to win the game from Crown. And I was like, before we even did that, I was like, oh yeah, it's always Crown into Ragnaros, and that's exactly what Regis did. I'm happy with it. Okay. Wait, what are these doing that's
Wow.
giving them a buff? Oh, they're trying to copy.
what's
Never
what
mind. Yeah, they're trying to duplicate, aren't they? I couldn't remember why the amalgams were
Oh
blowing at the end
god,
of a
yeah,
turn.
they try. Yeah, they spread every turn, don't they? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So those 2 locations were actually
A big deal. Yeah.
trolling for quite a long time.
Even this
yeah.
panda. Even the nature's pirate themselves.
Yeah.
Because this game would be over if this board was all, Wind Fury, big amalgams or whatever.
You are naturally gifted.
Thank you.
Yes, chat. Moo. I agree. Thank you. What does it have?
Right, Crown into
Does it have
Ragnaros.
Rush?
Oh. Close. That's just a check.
Resurrect your ogre gang. Are amalgams ogres? No.
All right, when the card lies then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not everything, is it? I didn't see an ogre in that pit. It's not nature's ogre, is it? Yeah, okay. Let's go back.
Weirdly though, I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but we found this out on Lorinda's stream the other day. If you